Hi everyone and welcome back to Perimaskitchen. I am Selena and today I'm going to show you how I make my mutton curry, but specifically how I make my mutton curry for a bunny chow. I would say that the difference between my classic mutton curry and my mutton curry for bunny chow is that the classic is more concentrated, and when having a bunny chow I prefer the gravy not to be very oily but just a thick gravy. You can also enjoy this curry with a basmati rice or any sides of your choice. I love both methods and I enjoy cooking both methods. I really enjoy eating both. And as they say, variety is the spice of life, so we need another way of cooking our mutton curry. Let's get to it. I've added half a cup of oil, and now there's bay leaves, cinnamon, cloves, Star-anise, and we'll give our whole spices just a few seconds. And now I'm adding my onions, my green chilies and my curry leaves. So today I've added an extra onion, so it's 3 onions. And I've cut them just slightly smaller than I would normally. Give your onions a mix, and as soon as it's translucent, I'm adding my ginger and garlic. 2 teaspoons of ginger and garlic. 2 teaspoons of roasted dhania powder, that's coriander powder. Followed by 2 teaspoons of jeera powder, which is our cumin. And 2 teaspoons of turmeric. Next, I'm adding my masala. We're adding 3 tablespoons of masala. And this is my B.Nagiahs everyday masala. And 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and I'm using Kashmiri chili powder. Give all your spices a mix. It only needs a few seconds in the oil, and then we can start adding our tomatoes. I'm now adding my jammed tomatoes, which I've liquidized, and I've used 6 jammed tomatoes, so a little extra tomatoes as well, and I just did a very quick liquidize. I also add a little water when I'm liquidizing. Mix the tomatoes into the spices. And next I'm going to add some sugar just to balance the acidity and the taste. I've added a teaspoon of sugar. You can use a sweetener of your choice, or you can leave it out altogether. We're now going to let it simmer for a few minutes on a low to medium heat. And after a few minutes, we can give it a quick stir, and now we are ready to add our mutton. I've got some beautiful curry pieces today, some mutton curry pieces. And I'm using 1 kg of mutton today. This is back and shoulder B-grade mutton, which is perfect for mutton curry. Make sure you always wash your hands properly in between all of your cooking. If you want to give your mutton some time to reduce down and then add your salt, you can do that. I'm going to add it now. So just enough salt to taste. Keep in mind we're also going to add potatoes, so we need enough salt. I'm now going to leave the mutton to cook for approximately 30 minutes. You can check up on it occasionally if you wish. The gravy is already looking absolutely divine. Remember, I added 1 extra onion and tomatoes. There's one more thing I also do. In a smaller pot, I've taken 1 potato, I've diced it up, and I'm now adding some boiling water. And I just want it to cook out. I want it to become like mash. And this is the third ingredient that adds to that luscious, tasty gravy, which is ideal for bunnychow. I personally don't like an oily, soggy bread, and this gravy just lifts your dish. I'm adding less than 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. I am going to add some salt now, but if you are feeling nervous about adding too much of salt, it's not necessary for you to add more salt now. Instead, you can check your curry and see if you need more later. I'm going to leave the potato to now cook. I will close the lid. It'll help speed up the process. And we'll come back to it shortly. I'm now doing my occasional checkup, and everything looks good. Don't add any water, or try not to add any water now. There should be sufficient water from all of that tomatoes. It's important to let everything cook in those juices and that mutton. And this is what ultimately gives your gravy that yummy, delicious taste. So let it cook further. I'm coming back again after a further 10 minutes. It's now been approximately 35 minutes since I've added my mutton. Your gravy will start to thicken and become more flavorful. I'm now ready to add my potatoes and let it cook all together. In total, I'm using 6 potatoes today. 1 I've diced up and added it to the other pot, and hoping for mash consistency there. To my mutton curry, I'm adding the balance of the 5 potatoes which I've halved. This is the quintessential classic shape and size of a potato for a bunnychow. I also prefer using a deeper pot when I'm cooking my mutton curry, so it can accommodate all that delicious gravy. And you can see the beautiful color already. And again, depending on the type of potatoes you are using, you can decide whether you need to add some water. I will add a dash of boiling water because my gravy is quite thick. I didn't add a lot. I've added less than half a cup of boiling water. We can already see with this mutton curry, there's definitely no shortage of gravy. So we can always top up our bunnychow with more gravy. At any point, if you feel like it's too thick, you can always add a dash of boiling water. So please use your discretion. Make sure your potatoes are in all that gravy so it helps it to cook properly. We're going to leave it for about 25 minutes to cook. It's now been about 25 minutes. I'm going to check on my potato to see if it's ready. The knife went in very easily. So it is ready. You can also see that the oil rises to the top. I'm now going to add my mashed potato, the one large mashed potato that I left aside. Remember, I added salt to my mashed potatoes, so if you didn't, check your salt now before you add any. You're just going to make sure it's nice and smooth, no lumps. And then basically drop everything into your pot. So I'm just giving it a last whisk to make sure it's completely smooth. And here we go. Once you've emptied everything into your pot, very gently mix your mashed potato into the curry. Your gravy will start to thicken even further. We are going to let it simmer for another 5 minutes on a very low heat. And what I like to do is I'm going to add a little bit of boiling water because my gravy is already thick. But first, I'm going to add some fresh curry leaves. And this adds to the aroma and that mouth-watering flavor of your gravy. So we want our curry to simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes on a low heat, and all of that beautiful flavor from the curry leaves will infuse into your mutton curry gravy. I'm adding a touch of boiling water just to make sure it's not too thick. And then you can serve in the next 10 minutes. So it's been about 10 minutes, approximately an hour in total, and look how beautiful this mutton curry is. I'm garnishing it now with some fresh coriander. We all can't wait to indulge, but first let's prepare the bread for the bunnychow. You can enjoy your mutton curry with extra gravy, even with some rice. Today we are having it in a bunnychow. I've taken a loaf of bread. I'm cutting it in quarters. Then using your knife again, you can shape out or cut out the inside of the bread to reveal the hollow part of your bunnychow. And now we're going to scoop all that delicious mutton curry into our bunnychow, load it up with the mutton curry gravy and your succulent mutton curry pieces. And don't forget a gravy soaking potato on top. And the best part is being able to top up with more mutton, more gravy, and even more potato. It was sublime, absolutely delicious. I hope you try this recipe, and if you do, please let me know. As usual, all the ingredients used in the recipe will be found in the drop-down description below. Please subscribe. Kindly hit the notification bell so you are notified when a new video is uploaded. Please like and share, and your comments are always very, very welcome. See you again soon in Perimaskitchen. Have a lovely day. I am Selena.